Hey guys, it's Heidi from youth ministry, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about spiritual dryness slash spiritual lukewarmness slash really just feeling disconnected from your faith. I know for me right now in this uncertain time, it's really hard to feel connected to God and connected to my friends from, school, and my friends from youth ministry and all that. So I've just really laid out some resources that I found really useful over the last couple of months, and hopefully will help me strengthen my faith throughout the summer and throughout however long it's going to be until we get back together. So first and foremost, number one is watch Mass live streamed. I know a lot of churches are offering daily Mass every day that you can find online, and also Mass on Sunday. Yes, I know it's not the same, and yes, you have to do a spiritual act of communion instead of receiving the Eucharist, which isn't always ideal, but you may get more out of it than you think. I know I've had a couple Sundays these past couple weeks where I just haven't been into it and haven't wanted to watch it, but I did watch it, and yes, it was, at times not the most exciting, but overall I felt better after it, and I really got something out of it and felt more connected with God. Another thing is pray, which is something I know we've talked a lot about at youth ministry throughout this year and years past, and there's a lot of different ways to pray, and there's no wrong way to pray. I mean, praying is just having a relationship with God and talking to God. And if you don't know where to start, just tell God how you feel and just make it a conversation. So if you're not good at just telling God how you feel and making it a conversation, there's lots of structured prayers you can look at too. One of my favorite apps is called Ladante. And basically what it is, it just has this list of prayers. It is novenas and litanies and just different prayers that you can pray. And they're all written out for you, and all you have to do is just say them. So I know for me that was a really good way to start when I felt like I didn't really have a place to start with prayer. There's also the rosary, which is this great resource that we have, and thing that we have. It's not really a resource. And it only takes 15 minutes to pray. It's super easy. If you don't know how to pray it, you can Google it. I think Ladante has a place where it will tell you how to pray it, and it's a super easy, good way to start and just pray it once a day or once a week or whatever is on your heart, and just feel connected. I also have a lot of friends who really love to pray through song. There's a lot of really great Christian musicians out there, and you can find Spotify playlists. You can Google Christian music. Some of my favorite artists are Matt Maher, I know, is a really, really good Catholic singer, and I think he songwrites too. And music is just a really good way to feel connected with God, and a lot of songs can really meet you right where you are. You could also pray Lectio Divina, which is where you read a passage and you meditate on it, you focus on it. The main parts of Lectio Divina are read, meditate, pray, and contemplate. And that's just something really simple. There's lots of passages you can find, or you can pick your own passage. Another thing for me that I found really helpful over this hard time is to turn to the saints. I know a lot of Catholics don't really know what to do with the saints. And the saints are basically just people that you ask to pray for you, and you ask to pray for you to God. And there are saints for literally everything, as Chanel says. There's saints for things you like. There's saints for phases of life. There's saints that are just cool because they have cool stories. And there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of them. All you have to do is Google, and you can find a list of them. A lot of them have also written some really cool books that I like to read and I think are really cool. Just some saints that I find interesting off the top of my head: Saint Rose, Saint Anne, obviously Mother Mary, Saint Joseph. There's literally hundreds of them, and there's one for you too. Another thing that I like to do as a form of prayer is journal, which is really, as it says, I have this journal and I open it up, and I'm a talker, and I literally just write whatever comes to mind. It might jump around from one thing to another, and that's okay. Just literally write whatever's on your mind, but do it as if you're talking to God. So be watch over this and help me with this, and just put down your thoughts. It's another great way to pray. And also, if you need to do something with your hands, that's a great thing you can do. So some other things other than prayer and watching Mass that you can do to really stay connected with your faith is podcast and social media. I know that there's a lot of great Catholic podcasts and videos and YouTube videos and Instagram accounts and Facebook accounts out there. And all you have to do is find those. So as far as like podcasts and YouTube videos go, the ones that I know a lot about are Father Mike Schmitz and Emily Wilson. They have a lot of good videos out there for teens that are your age and teens that are even the college volunteer ages. College volunteer ages. Yeah, that's right. And these videos just are about all different kinds of topics. Usually they're pretty short, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and they're just a great way to really find something new about your faith. Another thing that I really like is social media pages, which I know on like Instagram there's a ton of them, and they'll post quotes from saints, they'll post quotes from the Bible, quotes from the catechism, different resources for you to look at just to like get involved and feel a deeper connection with your faith. And of course we want you guys to stay connected with youth ministry on the youth ministry Instagram page as well. And one of the last things is obviously read your Bible. I know like the Bible is kind of hard at times because it's so big, you never really know where to start. So for me, I always find a chapter that I've always found interesting, and I just read, or a book that I've always found interesting, I just read a chapter a day. So if it's like 31 chapters, you read it in a month. I know there's also a lot of apps out there that will organize devotionals for you, and they'll be like 10-day devotionals, 15-day devotionals. I know there's a couple devotionals out there that like they go one verse a day. So it really depends on where you want to start and how much you want to dive into at first. It could be as simple as opening your book and saying, okay, today we're going to read these 2 verses and we're going to see what we get out of them. But you have to start somewhere. And last but not least, the one thing that's really important during this hard time of social distancing and quarantine is connection. Talk to someone, talk to your parents, talk to your friends, talk to your people from youth ministry, talk to your youth ministers. All these people are there and they want to talk to you. And especially us people here at Youth Group, we want to pray with you and we want to pray for you and your intentions. So if you ever need someone to pray with, or if you ever just need to talk about anything, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. And we're always going to be here for you until we get back together again. So that's all I got. I hope you guys are doing well, and hopefully these steps will help you fight kind of spiritual lukewarmness. Thanks, guys.